Hello, I see that we have one attendee, so we're going to get started shortly. Thanks for joining us this evening. Just so that you know that we will be recording this session in case our families are not able to make it, and if you would like to use the Q&A feature, you can find that, and that's where we are going to take our questions and give some responses as we can tonight. Thank you. Good evening. I see that we have a couple of attendees. We'll get started shortly. Thanks for being here tonight. Again, good evening to all of our families. We will get started shortly. We'll give all of our Roadrunner Nation just a couple more minutes to be able to hop on and to be able to join us. Again, we appreciate you giving us your time this evening. Good evening again. I just wanted to thank you again for joining us. We're going to give a couple more minutes for participants to be able to join in. Thanks again for being here. Just parents that have joined us, I just want to let you know that we are using the Q&A feature tonight. So if you want to locate that, you should see a text bubble with a question mark, and that's where we will be able to take your questions and answers. So again, thanks for being here. We'll get started in a couple of minutes. Thank you again. We're going to go ahead and get started with just a couple of housekeeping items. I just want to let you know that we do have a Q&A feature that you will find. It's a text bubble and has a question mark. This is where we are going to capture your questions for this evening. We may not be able to get to answer all of the questions that you have, but we certainly do want to take your questions. I do have Ms. Machado on the other side, and I want to give her a special shout out and thank you for helping me to moderate tonight. And so she will be moderating and keeping track of the questions, and we want to reassure our parents that we do value your questions. Please use the Q&A feature. And we are going to go ahead and get started. So good evening, Perales Elementary families. Thank you again for joining our parent town hall meeting. My name is Teresa Silva, and I am the very proud principal of Perales Elementary. This is my 23rd year serving Edgewood ISD, and it is such a blessing to be able to serve you. So thanks again for being here. The purpose of this presentation is to continue our efforts to keep you informed of important information and activities happening at Perales Elementary. So during this presentation, again, if you have any questions, please type your questions into the Q&A feature. We will post responses to your questions within 48 hours on our campus website. Also, please know that a recording of this presentation is being made, and we will post it on our website along with scripts in Spanish and in English. The information I share today is centered around 5 guiding principles of our district's Safe Start Plan. They are providing our families with accurate and timely information, the health and safety of our students and faculty, resources to ensure the continuity, mental health, and well-being of our students and staff, high-quality instruction, and educational equity for all of our scholars. At Perales Elementary, our mission is to ensure every child has a rigorous and loving school experience, preparing them for success in life. Our vision is to create a community of leaders relentless in their pursuit of academic excellence and equity. In Edgewood, our purpose is to graduate all scholars college, career, or military ready per their expected graduation date. This evening, I will share some information regarding our anticipated October 12th transition to in-person learning for students based on parent choice, reinforce the safety protocols that the campus has put into place to ensure a safe learning environment for students, discuss our plans if a student or staff member tests positive for COVID-19. And finally, I will share the resources that are available to our students and families to promote their social and emotional well-being. Our guiding principle number 1 is accurate and timely information. Over the next few minutes, I will share our attendance rates and highlight examples of great work from our students and our teachers. It is important that our students are actively engaged in their learning, and we appreciate your support to make this happen. Our active daily participation in live Teams classes is 90%. So we thank you, thank our parents for ensuring your child logs in each day to their Teams lesson with their teachers. Our attendance rate for the first 7 weeks of school is currently 89.9%. So we'd like to see an increase in that. We ask that you please continue to encourage your child to attend class every day to make sure that they are checking in with their teacher at their scheduled times. Our district website has specific training videos for parents on how to use our online platforms. And if you need any information or any support for your child's learning, please know that we will get that information to you. Just give us a call and we are happy to help. In the September Town Hall, we were excited to share the upgrades to our physical environment through the support of our EISD board and Superintendent Hernandez. And this month, we are excited to showcase the upgrades to our courtyard. In these pictures, you see an open seating area for outdoor learning. We are so excited to see the installation of trees and plants that just give our school a much needed refresh. Also, our teachers and staff are working hard. They're working together to provide each child with the best learning experience and engaging high quality lessons. I'd like to take this time to share with you some of our highlights. Here you see in the picture our third grade teachers, Ms. Cruz and Ms. Nashem, working with Ms. Machado, our innovation coach, to create quality and engaging lessons. In the same manner, our students are doing exciting things as well. Here you can see our fifth graders who participated in engaging STEM activities that allowed them to be able to create their own labs and paper circuits. And we are just so excited to be able to set the stage for future engineers who are preparing their STEM pathway in Edgewood. And these are just a couple of examples that we wanted to share with you in thinking about what makes our school so special. So our goal for the second grading period is to ensure that 100% of our students are actively participating in lessons every day. And again, parents, we thank you for helping us to work towards achieving that goal on the daily. Continuing with guiding principle number 1, I want to share some important dates with you. September 25th was the last day of the first grading period for our students. And it was also the last day for parents to be able to turn in the parent commitment form for the second grading period. For any parent who did not complete the parent commitment form by that date, your child has been placed in the remote learning option for the duration of the second 6 weeks, which means they will continue to work from home using their technology to connect with teachers. On September 28th, we began the second grading period of the school year. October 12th was supposed to be our first day of 100% face-to-face instruction for our students whose parents opted for them to come back to school full-time. And I will give you further details in just a few minutes. And finally, October 26th through the 30th is our first intercession week for students who need extra practice or intervention. If your child is selected for the extra week of instruction, your child's teacher will let you know during the middle of October. Our guiding principle number 2 centers around health and safety. So I want to reinforce our safety plans and our re-entry videos that are posted on the school website. I will also share what plans we have in place if ever one of our students or staff members develops symptoms or tests positive for COVID-19. And I want to reassure you that safety remains our #1 priority, and we will continue to provide a safe learning environment for our students and staff. So prior to students arriving to campus for the week, we are asking that every parent complete an online survey for their children using a new application called Dr. Owl. This will make it easier for our parents to submit their responses. The survey asks 3 simple questions, and it takes very little time to complete, under 2 minutes. The questions are, 1, is your child experiencing any COVID-19 related symptoms? 2, have they been tested and are waiting for results? 3, have they been in close contact with someone who has tested positive for COVID? It's very important that we do receive these survey responses for every student before the Monday of each week. So parents, we are asking you to please help us with this. Mondays are very busy for us. Today was a Monday where we had some students that did return, and we need your help with completing this survey. So we are asking you, we sent home some information and we'll be continuing to send home information on how to access the app and register your child, especially for those families that chose to send their child for in-person learning. On October 12th, we were scheduled to bring back 100% of our students for face-to-face learning. And what we know is the City of San Antonio COVID-19 school risk indicator is still in the moderate range. And we are following Metro Health's recommendation to not bring back 100% of the students for face-to-face instruction just yet. So with that, then we continue to promote the health and well-being of our students and staff. And what we know as of today is that we are going to continue to keep the building at an occupancy at approximately 25%. And that means in our in-person classrooms that we will be keeping about 6 to 8 students per classroom. We will continue with remote learning and begin a hybrid model to ensure we can service all students in a safe environment. A hybrid model will allow students to have choice in face-to-face and hybrid instruction for the 2020-2021 school year to be on campus for just a few days a week while maintaining remote learning. So we are excited to welcome many of our students back to campus for in-person learning by October 12th. The students joining us on that date are those whose parents indicated that they prefer their children to physically attend school instead of remaining at home in the remote learning environment. When students arrive, the first thing that they will see are screening stations in the entryways of the building. Campus staff will be there to greet them, take their temperature, and provide hand sanitizer before ushering them into the building. Students will receive a breakfast bag and go directly to their classrooms using designated hallways, traveling in the same direction while maintaining social distancing of no less than 6 feet apart. So we've got hallway traffic also where we have taken this into consideration. And as you can see on the slide, signs have been placed throughout the entryways, hallways, and on the floors to remind students to stay safe by keeping 6 feet apart, washing and sanitizing their hands regularly, and walking in the same direction to avoid close contact with their peers. Student transitions during the school day have been limited to entry, lunch, and dismissal. When students do move during the day from one location to another, they will do so in a staggered way to avoid large groups traveling at the same time, and social distancing will be required. When students enter their classroom, again, they will see signs with floor markings that show the pathways. Students will eat breakfast in their classroom before getting the day started with their WINS class. And as a reminder, parents, please make sure that your child does bring their technology device to school every day so that they can engage in learning activities with their remote learning peers. Throughout the day, we do have specific times for hand washing and also for restroom breaks. For lunch, students will be escorted to the cafeteria to pick up their meal, and they will eat either in the cafeteria or another designated room while maintaining social distancing at all times. Parents, again, we thank you for reinforcing how important it is for your child to follow our campus safety procedures, and our entire staff is paying close and careful detail to safe practices to ensure that your child is healthy and safe. And so we can't do that alone. We know that, and it takes the full partnership between our students, our families, and our school personnel to make this work. So thank you again for helping us with that. If you have not already seen them, please make sure that you take the time to review our school safety reentry plan. And we also have a video that is located on our campus website. And in the video, we share with you some details of what you can expect. And we want to, again, reassure that the health and safety of all of our face-to-face learners is our #1 priority. The video provides information on everything from our entry points for each grade level to signs around the campus that will be used for social distancing, check-in stations. You can also see information that is intended to inform our community of our SAFE plan. And at this time, I'd like to share with you a short 1-minute video that you can find on our district website. And again, we are constantly reminding our students about healthy practices and using these kinds of videos to help train them on safety. So let's see if we can get this to play. Give us just a minute, parents. We're trying to get the video to play. And if we're not successful, we'll make sure that we do send this out. We'll send the link out to you via Teams and Seesaw. I see some more attendees who haven't joined us, and if you would like to use the Q&A to be able to ask questions, we'll be taking a look at the questions shortly after we're done with the presentation. Okay, we're going to go to move on. The video is not playing right now, and so what we will do is post the link in Teams and on Seesaw for you to be able to view. It's also located on our district website. Okay. So we do have some other safety measures that are being put into place, and that's the use of personal protective equipment, or PPE, by every staff member and student. We have disinfectant sprays and paper towels in every room. Hand sanitizer stations are spread throughout the campus, and our custodial team does engage in regular deep cleaning of our spaces. We have put safety as our #1 priority. And again, this allows for our students to be able to focus on their #1 priority, which is their learning. So let's talk about guiding principle #3. This is a focus on continuity, mental health, and well-being. This period of remote learning can be particularly stressful for our families. I know that our teachers and our staff also feel the unique pressures that have come with remote instruction and the extra emphasis on health and safety that is so critical. I would like to take this opportunity to remind you of the resources in place to assist with mental health and well-being of our students and families. Our counselors and social workers continue to work together to reach out to students and families that may have unique challenges and get them connected to school and community resources. These services include academic supports and social and emotional supports, and they may involve individual or group counseling, behavior intervention supports, home visits, attendance initiatives, family crisis response, homelessness, school-aged parenting, and resources for our parents around mental and physical health care services, utilities, and shelter. These are just to name a few. As a reminder to our families, Edgewood ISD's community resource officers assist families in a variety of ways, including food distribution, assistance with clothing and household appliances, mental health and hygiene, and in connecting families with nonprofit organizations for more urgent needs such as rental assistance and/or shelter. Their services are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they may be reached at 210-444-4558. Our guiding principle #4 is high quality instruction, and to ensure that each of our students receives a high quality instruction at Perales, we have put into place specific plans to respond to students or staff members that may become ill during the day or who may have been exposed to COVID-19. For the next few minutes, I will share our plans so that you know exactly what actions the school will take. Every student and staff member will be screened prior to entering the campus each day. However, if a student develops symptoms during the day, the student will be sent to the nurse for evaluation and placed in a holding room to separate him or her from students until a parent can come pick them up. We ask that parents or guardians take the student to their family physician, who will determine if a COVID-19 test is needed. Alternatively, the parent or guardian can take the student to a free COVID-19 testing location. If the student does test positive for COVID, the school will send out a notification to parents to let you know that we have had a positive result and inform you of what steps we have taken to keep all of our students safe. We are also obligated to report the positive test to the Texas Education Agency so they can track school-related cases. Of course, I want to assure all parents that the notification will never include the name of the student, as we will always protect the privacy of our students and staff. All of the areas in the school that were used or accessed by the student will be thoroughly cleaned and sanitized. Finally, the student will stay home and engage in remote learning until they are released to return back to school. So parents, we want to let you know, and we hope that you understand, that if a student does test positive for COVID or develop symptoms during the day and has siblings at the school, we will ask you to bring the siblings home as well. We appreciate your understanding with this. And finally, I want to share with you that our district has created a safety task force of district level administrators who will be visiting our campus at unscheduled times to monitor our campus safety procedures and ensure we are effectively following all safety guidelines. In a similar manner, in the event that one of our staff members tests positive for COVID after being at school, the staff member will immediately be placed off campus. The area that the staff member worked on campus will be thoroughly cleaned and sanitized, and families will be notified. I'm going to go to the next slide. So this is information, I'm sorry, Ms. Machado, you can go back one. This is information that we shared out with you. You should have received a link via Seesaw in Teams as well, and we will post again after tonight's meeting. This is a survey that our district has sent out for intercession childcare. If you have a child who is currently or will be in person learning and you have a need, please make sure that you take the time to complete this survey. Okay. So, as I've shared with you before, high quality instruction works best when there's a partnership between parents and the school. At Perales, we are committed to strengthening our partnership with parents to ensure that every one of our students has an opportunity to be successful. And we thank you for your active participation in and support of your child's education. This school year looks like no year ever before. And yet, despite the challenges of the pandemic, I want you to know that we are in this together and that we will get through this together. As we close, I want to emphasize that our district's #1 outcome goal is to graduate all scholars, college, career, or military ready per their expected date of graduation. And this evening, I shared information that is centered around the 5 guiding principles of our district safety plan, specifically providing our families with accurate and timely information, the health and safety of our students and faculty, resources to ensure the continuity, mental health, and well-being of our students and staff, high quality instruction, and educational equity for all of our scholars. We are grateful for the opportunity to serve your child's educational needs and appreciate your continued support and partnership. Again, we thank you very much for your time today. I hope you had a wonderful evening, and remember that you can always contact us here at the school if you have any questions or concerns. There's one more thing that I want to share with you, and thank you for popping this slide up, Ms. Machado. Here's our contact information. You can call us at the main number 210-444-8350. Visit our campus website to make sure that you are staying informed, and we do post some information via the campus website, but we also post that same information in our Seesaw announcements. And also we're asking that you follow us on our social media pages. We have a Facebook page where we share and celebrate our community. We also have a Twitter school page that we ask for you to give us a like and follow us. So lastly, parents, I do want to share with you just a reminder that Perales is an ACE campus, which means that we are accelerating campus excellence here at the school. We are excited to be sending home with our students just wonderful activities for them to engage in at home, like our STEM activities. But one of the features of ACE also is that we have the extended day until 4:15. And so if your child has committed to in-person learning, I just want to remind you that we shared that information, that our extended day does begin October 12th. We will continue to reach out to our families, and we're going to turn now to the question and answers. I'm going to take a look to see if there are any questions that I might be able to answer now. We may not get to all of the questions, but if there is a question that we can answer, we will. If there's one that we cannot, we will certainly collect the questions, and then we will post the responses on our campus website within 48 hours. We again thank you so much for being in attendance, and give us just a couple of minutes to take a look at the questions. If you have not used the question and answer feature, it does have the ability for you to ask the question, and we can definitely open it up. We have one question regarding the intercession for students. If the student is determined to not need the extra help, does the student still attend class? And so we're going to be sending out more information about intercession. We have not finalized the students who are in need of that extra intervention. And so as soon as we get those lists finalized, your child's teacher will let you know. Thank you for the question, Mr. Bettis. We'll hang on for about 2 more minutes and see if there are any other questions that we might be able to support you with. As for the extended day, does this mean all students will be dismissed at 4:15? And yes, that's part of our ACE model. And so for any of our families that may have a concern with that, please don't hesitate to reach out to me so that we can kind of talk through that and talk about levels of support as well. Thank you for the question. Such a great question, Ms. Garcia. Thank you for asking. Are students still required to take the STAR test this year? The information that we have right now from the Texas Education Agency is that we are still scheduled to take STAR. We don't know exactly what that is going to look like or what kinds of ways that they may be shifting that, but we are still planning around high quality instruction, and we are still making sure that our students are getting caught up and that we're beginning to make sure that our kiddos are on grade level. So thanks for that question. And as soon as we get more information from the Texas Education Agency, we are going to be sharing that out with our families. Thank you for the question. Parents, if you've not been able to drive by the front of our school, the main entrance, please make sure that you do a drive-by and show the kids, even if you guys are remote learners. It's just super exciting to be able to see the facelift that our school has received. We just could not be prouder. It's such an exciting time for Perales, and the renovations are not over. You know, our kids deserve the best, our community deserves the best, and I just thank you again for your time tonight. We're going to go ahead and close out. Again, give us a call here at the school if you have any questions, 210-444-8350, and we are working together with you. We appreciate all that you have done and your acts of resiliency with your families and your children. Thank you so much. Have a blessed evening, everyone.